Alright, so I've taken about a week to decide what we're hunting next, and I figured Garchomp would be a pretty good candidate, especially considering it's guaranteed to have a Mega Evolution in this game. In ZA, I mean. And Garchomp's one of my favorite guys. I figured since we started with camera ups, we might as well continue on forward with ground types into Garchomp. Now, this is about a week later recording. I gave myself a little bit of time to recoup. I am sick. Just very bad vertigo these last couple days. So we'll see how long hunting each day takes. This is going to take longer because we don't have outbreaks. But people hate on the shiny. I like the subtle gray. And I love these two's vibrant colors. I'm not a fan of the Mega's colors. But I do think that we will be fine. Anyways, I'm thinking about hunting in Area 0 for the first couple sandwiches, and we'll see from there. Again, I'm going for a mark that would match the shiny. I'm fine with getting the kindly mark, because I think Garchomp gets this overly aggressive feel to it, and I think the kindly mark would kind of suit it in like the reverse effect, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's get into that first phase. Alright, so this is post-production me, and I'm sorry about the audio quality by any means in any of these clips. I was sick. I was not really thinking of how good things would sound. I have since then rearranged my desk, moved my mic over so it's closer to my mouth instead of like halfway across the desk. But this first phase is a special one, so hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in any way. Okay. Alright, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm kind of just chilling watching a Nova League video. And oddly enough, phase 1 for my Garchomp hunt is shiny Roaring Moon. I don't think I know anybody who was shiny hunting. Shiny hunting goodbye by the river and got Roaring Moon instead. That's such a good shiny. This is a very sought after shiny, and I got it first phase for a Pokemon that isn't even that rare. And that's part of the reason I'm hunting down here, is that I have a chance to get a rare Roaring Moon. And this is a little guy. Let's just huck a Friend Ball. He's got the friend colors. And yes, I will be recording this entire battle here, because I think this is the rarest thing I think I will find for this little hunt for a while. Unless I get a rare marked shiny, of course. Who knows, maybe this Roaring Moon, or like one of the Roaring Moons, will be marked in some way. This might have like the teeny mark. And if it does, we'll catch it in the Moonball. We'll put it in the Moonball. We saved before. I just think the Friend Ball works so well for it. And I can't remember if this thing has Double Edge or anything. I'm just... oof. Come on. Yes! Alright. So this sandwich is essentially over, and I'm fine with that. Because now we can go up, check the size of this thing. And this will be phase 1. Okay, yeah, we're out of time. Any buzzer beaters? Nope. So Sandwich 1 only giving a Roaring Moon is crazy, because it's like only one shiny, but also that shiny is the rarest shiny that you can get in the area. I'm dumbfounded at the idea of this. I wonder how many Roaring Moon we'll get. Alright, no more. We'll continue on in the next sandwich, I guess. Okay, this is maybe 10 minutes after, give or take. I don't know how long it was, really, but I switched over to the Kitakami area, and ooh, this Gabite is mine. Yes! Alright, let's check this mark. Let's check it, because if it's done this easy. The lunchtime. No. I'm not keeping that. We will continue to the next phase. That might stay as my Gabite, if I'm being honest. Alright, phase number 3 is going to be this dino. I like switching up my hunting locations just in case anything crazy happens. I do think I'll catch all dinos that I get inside of Dutch Scrolls though. But it's a cool find, it's not marked, so I'll see you in the next phase. Okay, this is phase 4. Oh wow. Very blurry for a second. But this is technically for my Gen 1 living deck that I'm working on. I'm trying to get as much of Gen 1 done first before moving on to the rest of the generation. So I figured Mega T-Tar is also a thing. I could do a couple ground sandwiches here and there just so I can spice up my encounters. But I've never gotten the Doug Trio, so this works out. But I don't think it's marked. I really could care less if it was marked. This just goes towards my decks. I mean, I do care, but like this was a side hunt. So technically a phase, but also not a phase. I'll see you guys in the next clip. After getting that Duck Trio, I really did think that it was best that I get an outbreak. So this next clip, I believe is like phase 6 or 7. I don't record all my phases, especially if, you know, they're not marked, just to save space. But this little guy definitely gave me a run for my money. Alright, I do believe this is phase 7, maybe 8. It is a female mark Gabite. I did reset for a Gabite outbreak, so we shall see how this goes. Remember, first we're going to catch them in dive balls, and then we're going to transfer them over into Moonballs by resetting if they have the desired marks. It's phase 8. It is not. this is phase 12, and as you can see, I'm loading into the game. However, with Mega DLC being a thing, I worry that I will end up phasing on a Pokemon that can be Mega potential, if that makes sense. So I'm loading in now, and this, luckily I have 2 Moonballs. Luckily. And as you can see, it is dying. I am super excited for this, despite how I'm very tired. It is 10 o'clock my time. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, so I've been going for roughly 14 hours. I watched like 12 episodes of One Piece today with my roommate. We pull One Piece parts every time we watch episodes. Today we pulled 2 packs. The other day we pulled like 10 packs. The only cool thing I got was like a Trafalgar Law leader. And I love Law, so that's fine. Law's pretty cool. But now we do have one Pokemon, the Moonball. And the real thing is, do I stop the hunt here for the potential that I don't get what I'm looking for? Or do I continue forward with this Gibble hunt? This is an adamant, absent-minded Mark. Dino. So I get Hydreigon the Spacey. That's so cool. I do think that I'm going to continue forward. I have phased on more Dino, or wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's about even, because I'm gonna count that last phase of Gibble as a Gabite / Garchomp phase. So, I mean, it's pretty 50-50, considering that this is what the outbreak is Gabite, and my last 4 have been Dino or Gibble. So, I think I'm going to continue forward with the hunt, but I don't think I'm going to continue for the rest of the night. If I do, it won't be as strenuous. I probably am just going to go to sleep, but I guess we'll pick up soon. Actually, I take that back. I got out of the summary screen and instantly found a Salandit. I wish I would have just kept recording like a couple seconds longer, because it's quite literally like right after the fact. It was 9:57 my time whenever I ended that clip. It's 9:58 now. I didn't even like move far. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that looks a little different. I guess I'm gonna go make pork chops and mac and cheese at 10 o'clock at night, because that's what I'm craving. And by that I mean I need to eat something so I don't crash through the night and just wake up abnormally hungry. Sweet. I don't think this was marked. I'm fairly certain it wasn't. But I will also continue this as a phase. So that's phase 13. Okay. Now it should be, oh yes, to the next phase. So that was a little crazy last night. going from a marked dino straight into a shiny male Salandit. I think the only thing that could have made that better would have potentially being a female Salandit. However, I already have a Salazzle, so I'm okay with it. But I have decided that I'm going to continue on with the hunt. My birthday is in a couple days, so who knows, we might be getting a Destiny Mark Garchomp. And if I don't get it today, I will be Moonball grinding for the rest of the week so I can ensure that I can get a couple Destiny marked guys. We'll see. But as a prediction hunt, I think Hydreigon isn't a bad guess. If I'm not mistaken, it is one of the only pseudos. No, it is the only pseudo besides Goodra now that does not have a Mega Evolution. And Goodra got a alternate form. So, I mean, it's a good guess, and I'm completely fine having this guy in Moonball. I think he fits perfectly in the little collection I'm building. Alright, let's go into that next phase. Alright, so I was doing my daily knockouts of at least 3 outbreaks. I knocked out all of the Skarmory outbreak, and I went to the Stiglet outbreak because I got Dugtrio last night. I was like, well, you know, what are the odds? And I'm just using this to grind up Pokemon materials so I can do the Pokeball Lotto. Technically not a phase, but technically, I guess it could be. But that's the Diglett line done. Minus the Alola forms. That's awesome. I might switch what outbreak I'm knocking out because I've already got this shiny. Yep, see look, there's Dugtrio from last night. And then there's Diglett. That's 2 new Pokemon knocked off my list. Which is crazy, because I'm looking at like everything else I hunted for last video, and nothing added to my living dex, except for, you know, I trained up Moonball and Cameron. I guess like training up these 3, once I get, you know, the mark, these are my originals. I don't know if I had a marked one in here. I did, the lunchtime up here. So, I mean, I guess that's, what, 5 new additions? I don't have a Dino train up yet either, so if I get a marked one of those that isn't this guy, we'll see. But, okay. But I'm gonna continue knocking out these outbreaks and then go back to hunting. So, I don't know how I've done this, but there's another Roaring Moon phase. It's not marked, but I figured that I would include this just to show how unlucky I really am getting here. When it comes down to coming down to Area 0, I feel like I haven't got anything down here except for the Roaring Moon. Actually, now that I think about it, the only thing that I have gotten from down here is now 2 Roaring Moons. Another Roaring Moon at this rate. Okay, this has to be a cruel joke. I have found a... No. I saved it, okay. I did find a Zweilous down here. But this is Roaring Moon number 3. Number 3! 3 Roaring Moon and 1 Zweilous. I mean, I spent 2 months hunting this thing on and off, and I wasn't happy that I got it in a sports ball. So, I got my friend ball Roaring Moon phase 1, and now it's phase, like, 14, 15. And I'm still finding Roaring Moon. Like, I just don't know any other area to hunt Gibble that is reliable and not mind-numbing. I like to be stimulated. I like picnic resets drive me nuts. I know for Numel, I did it a lot, but that was because I had outbreaks. And I can run around the outbreaks once they've all spawned, and I can do a bunch of stuff with that, especially when I had 2 outbreaks like right next to each other. This is just nuts. I want a Gibble from down here. Like I would settle for Garchomp the Cloud Watcher. I would. Nope. You know, my valid crash out helped me catch that. I'm gonna check and see if there's anything in the area. This said that it was a smaller Pokemon. I swear if this thing eats my last Moonball and I'm not able to finish this and I have to go and get materials, I'm gonna crash out. I've been looking up guides on where to get Gibble and Gabite and the best hunting method, and everyone keeps saying that when you hunt Roaring Moon, you'll find plenty of them, but I keep finding I find Roaring Moon. Yeah, tell me how big the Roaring Moon is. That thing looked a little small. Yeah, that's phase 18. Good bit smaller than average. Alright. I think I'm gonna be the only person in the history of this game to say this, but please don't give me another shiny Roaring Moon. I just want Gibble and Gabite, please. I want the little guys. I think that they could treat me a little better. I'm dumbfounded. I'm sitting here, I'm looking for things to watch to like stimulate my brain. I'm thinking about rewatching all of the Indigo League since that's on Netflix. All of Kalos is on Netflix. Like, there are so many things that I could be doing instead, but I'm here. I do think if this hunt goes into like the 50 to 100 range, I will get something Gibble related for my desk / Garchomp / Gabite, or for my little bookcase that I have in my corner, because I like building that up. I got a Meryl plush the other day and a Dragonite plush, both of them Squishmallows, of course, to go with my Piplup Squishmallow. I don't have a problem, you do. I need the Teddy Ursa very badly. But I guess we'll cut to the next phase. Hopefully it's not one of these guys in here. I think I was very clear for what I was asking for. So yeah, I'll see you in the next phase. It's real. It's marked. It's real. They shine down here. It's real. I don't believe it. It's probably the uncommon mark, but I got to see one. I'm literally watching an Austin John video on how to properly hunt Roaring Moon, so I can do the exact opposite. Like, I don't think anyone understands the amount of, I wouldn't say hate, but disdain for that Pokemon that I have now. Oh, please. No! Well, I got to see it. It's real down here. It's the first one I've seen. I've gotten 3 Roaring Moons and a Zweilous before seeing one of you. You're real. I know I can find you. Ugh. same sandwich. We'll run it back. Let's run it back. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but this isn't marked. I just want to prove that I found one down here. I want proof that I got one in Area 0, that these numbers are finally going back to how they should be. I've lost my Oh, yeah, you're not in sight, are you? I've lost my sanity down here. I think camera ups and Nooble really didn't prepare me for how difficult this would be because there were outbreaks for it. I've done the same amount with Pokemon, but my phases have definitely hurt me more. I have a method now though for despawning and respawning these things to optimize my shiny hunting. So we'll see, and if it works, I'm more than happy to show off what I do. But, you know, this game is about to be retired away with them giving out the legendaries. Friday I will be picking up both of my codes for Paridon and Paridon, and I will never, ever be happier because this game is amazing. I love this game. I'm just rambling now. Let's just go to the next clip. Whenever, you know, this guy decides he wants to stay in the ball, you know? But it is proof. I found Gible down here. I'm very happy. It was very obvious. I've mostly found my Gibbles in the picnic reset locations. And you may be thinking, oh, well, picnic reset, that sounds amazing, just like the others. No, I hate picnic reset. Unless it's for, like, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and, like, the starters. Starters, I'm fine with it, but I feel like Gible should be easier. I think I'd do it for Dragonite, maybe, because I need a shiny Moonball Dragonite. Let's go to the next one. After getting just a singular Gible from down in Area 0, the next phase was a Gible. And luckily, it was what we were looking for. Okay. Please don't be like Nooble. I know I saved. The worn out mark. Oh, that's just so fitting for Garchomp. I was worried I wouldn't get this, like, recorded in time. Like, that's the thing with doing these hunts. It's just not feasible to do them all, like all my encounters and stuff, in the amount of time that I need to, and that's why so many of these Pokemon you see are crammed into one day, which isn't very healthy. I stopped playing and I went and got some more stuff to drink for the house, water, soda, stuff like that, whatever. And I did like a mild shoulder and chest workout, because yesterday all I did was watch One Piece and hunt Gible. All I did was watch One Piece and hunt Gible. It's male. Ooh. I have an idea for what I want to name you because of that. And it's in. So that's... Y'all got a 2-for-1. I was gonna do 2 Moonballs because I got them both. I was like, oh, I could record one video into the next. However, it seems you guys got to cheat the system there, just a little bit. because this dino has his mark, and this Gibble, the worn out, the slump mark. That is phenomenal. I think every single Pokemon like bit that I'm gonna do for the next couple days will be in preparation for the Destiny mark, and hopefully that'll be a decent video as well. So just to compare this took an extra phase. So this only took us 22 phases, but we got 2 targets. So I'm pretty happy. We're gonna do our training montage where we train these guys up, / the evolution screens, whatever we really want to call it, and we'll get into it. Alright. So these are the 3 roaring moons that we got during that hunt. I did get 3 of the Gibble line inside of Area 0 and 1 Swilus. Meaning that 3 of my 7 shinies from Area 0 were all Roaring Moon. I think I'm the luckiest unlucky player of I don't know. I have no words for it. I'm very grateful that I got these 3. None of them were marked. So eventually I will hunt these things again. And I'll probably find a million Gibble. And I'm very grateful for this hunt, because now I have 3 guys just to hang out with. I have 1 in a friend ball now that I can add to my living decks with a cooler ball. I have 1 that I can gift to a friend. And who knows what I'll do with the last one, but I'm very happy. Maybe this is a sign to hunt Salamence in my Violet copy, but I don't have a lot of Herba Mystica in that copy, so it might be a little while before I do that. But yes, this was a hunt to say the least. Alright, so I'm training up my Garchomp on the trainers in the polar biome. And if you see that right there, that is a shiny female Duraludon. Yo! I was laying in bed and I got up to come and record this little clip, just showing that I caught this. Cause first of all, I need this for my decks. Second of all, this is so cool. Because if I didn't have him, then I could get Arcalus. But yeah, I'm putting this in this video as a bonus shiny. But that's so cool. Yeah, that's all I came and got out of bed for, was to just come record this. Literally, I've got part of my future baby VGC team here. Haunted, while I have you here, some backstory. Haunted is my first hunted down marked Pokemon because I wanted a cool Flutter Mane. So you can thank this entire series to Haunted the Flutter Mane in the Moonball, which is also part because of Haunted. Alright. Hopefully this next clip will just be either the Garchomp ending, whatever, or it's another phase while I'm training up Garchomp. We'll see. Alright, this is a couple days later. I've already recorded the next episode of this. I will be releasing them bi-weekly. No. Yes. Once every 2 weeks. If at all possible, with potential other videos as well. I will be traveling for the entire month of October, and I will come back for the last week of October with the entire week off from work. So hopefully I should be able to get a bunch of stuff recorded for the holiday season. Maybe get ahead on a couple videos. I'm currently working on a travel video, per se. But let's get into it. So we have Fisher Tiger, the Garchomp. I gave him Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Swords Dance, and Protect with an adamant nature. All investments in speed and attack. Again, I might change from Sandville. I don't know. I might want to run him in a Sand team. I don't know. I think it could be nice. Fisher Tiger, the Worn Out. Gosh, feels like ages ago I hunted this guy. And then we have Skull, as in the Red Skull, but Red Skull just didn't make sense to name. Green Hydreigon, so I just went with that instead. Full speed and special attack investment with a little bit into HP, with Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, and Dragon Pulse as its moveset. And it is Skull the Spacey, which is a little bit of alliteration. But all honesty, I really enjoyed hunting these guys. I worried about this becoming a more difficult series to record because of the fact that we're not getting as many outbreaks and such. But over the next month, while I'm traveling, I'll just be doing Terra raids and soft resets for certain things. So we'll see. We might get a couple cool shinies in that time, or we come back with a bunch of Moonballs and a bunch of EXP candy and everything else that we're gonna need. I'm just really excited, honestly. Let's shift over to Pokemon Camp to look at the two of these guys, and we'll wrap up the video though. Alright, so this is the two in Pokemon Camp. I'm very happy that I got two of the pseudos already done, because even if Hydreigon doesn't get a Mega Evolution in Legend ZA, I think that it'd be very, very cool to get all the pseudos in a Moonball with a personality mark, which means I'll have to hunt 2 Goomy at one point. But they just look so good. I love the purple accents on the green. It kind of reminds me of the Hulk. I could have named this guy Maestro, but I really enjoy those colors, and Garchomp is more noticeable than what people give it credit for. I think if it kept the blue of Gabite, it could look really, really cool. But yeah, we're gonna end this here. The next video should be my birthday hunts. We did only get a few Pokemon with the Chosen One mark. I was going to go for 6, but unfortunately I just couldn't get enough Moonballs in time. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with what we did get. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video.